To be crew, welcome back to another episode of, well, not episode, welcome back to another day of vocabulary word bank. You know what I'm saying? I like this little thing. I like keeping this going. Okay.
Mean.
Today's word is,
Weaned.
well, we got two words. The first word is,
Weaned.
and weaned is to food other than its accustomed to food other than its mother milk. That's the one definition. It's three definitions, but it says the first definition is accustomed to food other than its mother's milk. Then the second definition is to someone managing with accustomed to managing without something on which they have become dependent or of which they have become fond. Excessively fond basically mean like you like it's consistent, I guess. Excessively fond. I don't know how to put that in the definition, but it basically become dependent on it. So, like on the second definition, underline become dependent, and again, that's accustomed. The second definition is again accustomed to managing without something on which they have become dependent or of which they have become excessively fond. So underline become dependent so that way you got like a word or two words that can reflect and you can instantly know what that means, so become dependent and then excessively fond, and excessively fond is spelled, give me 1 second, excessively is spelled Excessively, and then fond is spelled Fond. And then become dependent. Become is spelled Become, and then dependent is spelled Dependent. And again, that's accustomed to managing without something on which they have become dependent or of which they have become excessively fond. Then the third definition is be strongly influenced by something, especially from early age. So that's the three definitions of winged. And again, that word is pronounced like this.
Weaned.
Again,
Weaned.
winged. So accustomed is spelled Accustom, and then I think everything else should be easy to spell. Yeah. So again, the first definition is accustomed to food other than its mother's milk. Second definition is accustomed to managing without something on which they have become dependent or of which they have become excessively fond of. Then the third definition is be strongly influenced by something, especially from an early age. So weaned can mean three different things. Remember that. Weaned can mean three different things. Uh, a synonym for it could be. mm, They got like that's why I was a little bit confused myself because like when I looked up synonyms for the word, they popped up synonyms, but then like it's not like I don't feel like the synonyms that they have actually relate to the word, if that makes sense. Because like they got words like opposed, inexperienced, adverse, disaccustomed, unseasoned, um, disinclined, new, unlikely, unaccustomed, and then it said like the dissimilar words look more like because the dissimilar words say used, accustomed, given. I'm gonna add. I feel like I don't know. When I read the definition of this word, it gives me more so like used, accustomed, given, happy. Ooh, what's this word? I'm gonna say this word. It says habitated. That's a good word. Habitated. Habitated. I like that. Habitated. Habitated. Sorry, give me a second when I find a good word. I like to write it down because I've been there forgot it. This has nothing to do with the word bank. I'm just writing this down because I like this word. I like this word. Habitated. Habitated. Mm. Habitated. That's a good word. Habitated. Okay. But I'm not gonna go with everything that they're saying. Same. I would use habitated as one of the words. They're saying that it's not similar, but it's saying, but when you read the definition and it says, on the second definition, it says managing without something on which they have become dependent. Well, nah, that do make sense. Never mind. That do make sense. That do make sense. Yeah, I take that back. For the second definition, that do make sense. But as far as the first and the third, they don't apply. So on the second definition where it says accustomed to managing without something on which they have become dependent, I want to put like a parentheses and put opposed. I want to put opposed. Um, unapt. That's spelled UNAPT. Opposed is spelled OPPOSED, and then and napt is spelled UNAPT. And then yeah, just keep that for that. And then be strongly influenced by something, especially from an early age. Hmm. We're going to, for the third definition, put influenced because it's already in there. Influenced. Um, yeah, influence they're just matched with the third one. Influence a match with the third one. I'm trying to find one for the first definition. I mean, yeah, that can go with that. So for the first definition, which was, um, I would like that better. Yeah. Okay, so for the first definition, it says accustomed to food other than its mother's milk. Synonym for the word weaned for that could be accustomed. And then on the second definition, which is accustomed to managing without something on which they have become dependent or of which they have become excessively fond, I would put opposed and unnapped. Then for the third definition, be strongly influenced by something, especially from an early age. I would just say influence. And those are like the three synonyms for that. And then some side little synonyms I put is discourage and halt, remove. Halt slash remove. And then the next word is exhorting. Exhorting is definition is strongly encourage or urge someone to do something. See what I'm saying? Again, that strongly encourage or urge someone to do something. Okay, so some synonyms for that word could be, hold on, give me a second, y'all. One second. And then, hold on, I'm gonna tell you how to spell encouraged. Give me 1 second. Okay, strongly is spelled Strongly. Encourage spelled ENCOURAGE. Um, and again, that definition is strongly encourage or urge someone to do something. Um, a synonym for that word could be urge, call on, um, change. No, charge. That's charge. I'm sorry. Charge. No, like that. Don't put charge. Encourage. I like encourage better. So encourage, urge, and call on. You know what? We can erase call on too and just put encourage, enjoy, not enjoy the way you normally spell it. ENJOIN. ENJ, not G, JOIN. And then again encourage is spelled ENC. Hold on, give me 1 second. Encourage is spelled ENCURAGE. And those are our two words of the day. And I'm gonna do something a little different today. I want to use these words. I want to. I've been seeing something that I've been wanting to try, and this is just the beginning of it because I don't know. I just was thinking about the Bible. I don't know why, but I randomly was just thinking about it, and I want to know what these words would mean in the Bible, if that makes sense. So, winged. You don't have to write this though. Okay. In the Bible, this is what it says. It says in the Bible, weaning signifies a major milestone, a celebratory event marking a child's transition from infancy to solid food. That makes more sense. That would make, oh my God, these words are like Bible words. That make more sense. Okay, yeah. It says signifies a major mile. Again, that's you can write this one down if you want to, if this definition make way more sense, but you don't have to. I just wrote the three definitions, so you got three different definitions, or you can just, take it from the Bible. And then again, weaning signifies a major milestone, a celebratory event marking a child's transition from infancy to solid food. So when your puppy or your baby start going from solid food to, I mean, from baby milk and all that type of stuff to solid food, they're weaning. And then exhort. Exhorting in the Bible, to exhort means to strongly encourage, urge, or I'm trying to start using Bible definitions because the Bible definition gives the exact definition that they're giving. You see what I'm saying? Like the definition that I'm looking up on Google or whatever, it's giving the exact definition from the Bible and it means the exact same thing. So I think I'm just start doing that like from now on. I think I'm just look up what it mean in the Bible. But again, they said exhort means to strongly encourage, urge, or admonish. Admonish, that's spelled ADMONISH, someone to follow a good path, grow spiritually, or remain steadfast in faith, often by calling them to one side with words of comfort, advice, or warning. Again, exhort means to strongly encourage, urge, or admonish someone to follow a good path, grow spiritually, or remain steadfast in faith, often by calling them to one side comfort, advice, with words of comfort, advice, or warning. So encourage is spelled ENCOURAGE. You can go look these words up yourself if you think that I'm lying. Urge, URGE, admonish. That's I'm gonna start doing that, breaking it down. Admonish. Um, someone to follow a good path, grow spiritually, or remain in a steadfast faith. Admonish is spelled ADMONISH. Um, yeah, that's the definition for that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna start doing like Bible definitions. Yeah, I'm gonna go by Bible definitions. I think that'll be better for trying to connect the Bible to what I'm saying. You know, it'll make you actually want to go read the Bible a little bit more. But this was Sappy. It's love. You know what I'm saying? And this was a vocabulary word bank. We almost done. We almost. I'm getting a little sad, y'all. It's pretty soon we not gonna be writing no more words. Let's see. One, two. Yeah, we got one more, y'all. Dang. Then we got one more Stumble Guys video. Dang. Then it's just gonna be straight roadblocks. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Oh man. Hope y'all ready though, man. I appreciate y'all for being here and I hope y'all enjoyed this session of vocabulary word bank and prepare for tomorrow. Yeah. And a side word that I want you to go look up on your own is a noun. I want you to go look up the definition of a noun on your own, and I want you to know the difference between a noun and a verb. The other day, I didn't realize I didn't know the difference between a noun and a verb. I didn't. Like I thought school really wasn't important, But now I'm starting to realize like some of the stuff they was saying was important. Like I ain't gonna say every last thing that they was teaching was important, but the basics, like knowing the difference between a noun and a verb, I didn't really pay attention to that. Even though I paid attention, I didn't pay attention at the same time. Like he was just doing the work to do it to get up out of school. But now I'm going back and I'm really looking up that. So I want you to the task of the day. We're gonna start doing that at the end too. The task of the day is to look up a noun, look up the definition of a noun, look up the definition of a verb, and tell me the difference between a noun and a verb. So again, that's look up a definition of a noun, look up the definition of a verb, and tell me the difference between a noun and a verb. Because I'm still trying to figure that out. It's a lot of more things that I'm trying to figure out when it comes to ELA. So give me time, you know. But even and then we're gonna get into proper nouns and common nouns and all that type of stuff another day. That's gonna be another task. But for today, the task of the day is to know the difference between a noun and a verb and have the definition of a noun and a verb written down. It's Wasabi. I love y'all, and I hope that this inspire you. I hope that you keep going. I hope that you stay blessed. I hope that you pray today. Um, I hope that you keep your head up today. I probably won't do Stumble Guys today. I don't know. Probably do Roblox video. Probably drop a Roblox video today. But yeah, I hope that y'all stay blessed. I love y'all, man.